She texted at 10:42 p.m. Stop being cheap. My friends' boyfriends buy them Birkins. Where's mine? I stared at the screen, thumb hovering over the keyboard. Then I typed, "Good point," and sent it. She didn't know what that meant. Neither did I, at least not yet. For 2 years, I'd watched her build her world around appearances. Dinners for photos, laughter for followers, love you only when others were watching. I used to think she was just lost. Then I realized she liked being lost. It gave her something to post about. I bought the Birkin the next morning, paid in cash, no receipt, no note. Then I wrapped it carefully, placed it in a silver box, and handed it to my sister on her birthday. A week later, my phone lit up. Her name. Dozens of missed calls. Then one text, "You gave it to her?" That was the moment everything went quiet. The calm before the unraveling. She stormed into my office that afternoon, heels sharp against the marble, eyes wet and furious. The receptionist froze. "Why would you do that?" she shouted. "You embarrassed me!" I looked up from my desk. "How?" "You know how." I did. She'd seen the photo, my sister smiling with the bag on Instagram, tagged, celebrated, loved. The same way my girlfriend always wanted to be. But what she didn't realize was that the Birkin wasn't the problem. It was the symptom. The weeks before that text, she'd started pulling away. Late replies, new perfume. The same story, "It's just my friends." She forgot one thing. Her lies always came with patterns. And I'd learned to listen for rhythm. Every betrayal has one. That night, I waited until she fell asleep. Her phone glowed beside her. She'd changed the passcode. Again. But she never changed the fingerprint. I pressed her thumb gently to the screen. The messages scrolled like confessions. A man's name I recognized. Her friend's boyfriend. Weekend plans. Hotel confirmations. Photos. Complaints about me. About how I was safe but boring. She wanted to be envied, not loved. I scrolled in silence, letting the truth settle. No anger, no tears, just stillness. The next morning, I made coffee for both of us. She smiled, pretending nothing had happened. When she left for her brunch, I followed. Not close enough to be seen, just close enough to see her meet him outside the hotel. The way she laughed, touched his arm. I didn't take pictures, didn't need to. I already had everything. 2 days later, she showed up again. This time, quieter. Eyes swollen from crying, voice softer. "I was stupid," she said. "I just wanted you to care." I handed her the phone, open, the messages right there. Her breath caught. "You went through my phone?" I said. "No, I went through my life. You just happened to be in it." She started talking fast, desperate, excuses, tears, words meant to fill silence. I didn't respond. I let her drown in her own noise. When she realized I wasn't reacting, the fear set in. Not of losing me, of losing control. That's the thing about people like her. They don't want love. They want leverage. She begged to fix it, said she'd change, said she'd do anything. I believed her, just not in the way she hoped. A week later, I invited her to dinner, her favorite restaurant, the one she liked because of the lighting, not the food. She thought it was reconciliation, came dressed for a photo shoot. I poured her wine, smiled, let her believe she'd won. Then I placed a small box on the table. She gasped. "A gift?" I nodded. She opened it. Inside wasn't jewelry, just her phone. Unlocked, every message, every photo, every lie. Forwarded to her family group chat, already seen. Her hands shook. "You didn't?" I leaned in, quiet, steady. I just pressed send. She looked at me like I'd killed something inside her. Maybe I had. When she tried to speak, I stood up. "Dinner's paid for. You can stay if you want." Then I walked out. I didn't hear from her again. A month later, she moved to another city. Started a new life, new photos, new captions. Same patterns. I didn't follow. I didn't check. I didn't care. People think revenge feels like fire. It doesn't. It's cold, controlled, like finally setting a bone that's been broken too long. Sometimes the only way to heal is to hurt the right person in the right way. I never replaced her, didn't need to, because the day I handed her that box, I realized something. She wasn't the lesson. I was, and I learned it well. Final line, love didn't make me colder. It just taught me what silence can do.